Deputy President. I rise to take note of the answer by Senator Abetz to my question regarding marriage equality. I was very saddened by the response that we got from Senator Abetz and his decision to focus on the technicalities of whether what happened in their party room yesterday amounted to denying their members a free vote or not, rather than going to the crux of the issue and what the result of that decision of their party room actually means to thousands and thousands of Australians who are suffering discrimination, who aren't being treated as equal citizens to the rest of us. The total lack of care, lack of compassion, the inability to listen to the people who— there are real people involved in this debate, real people who are suffering discrimination, whose voices are not being heard by this government. It's a very callous approach, denying the reality of what delaying the achieving marriage equality in Australia means to thousands of gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender and intersex Australians and their families. And it is just a delay. It is just dragging our heels, lagging behind the rest of the world, because we know that eventually love is going to prevail. We will eventually get marriage equality, but there is this unnecessary delay that, because of yesterday's decision of the Liberal National Party room, people are being put through. There is the person that I mentioned in my question today, Jared, who called into ABC Radio this morning, who at 62 and not in good health was despairing that he wasn't going to be able to solemnise his relationship with his partner because of this delay. There are people like the young man that I've met this year, Harry. Harry's 17. Harry's a young gay man. He has got a teacher who is gay, who he is very fortunate, he said, has developed a very caring relationship with his teacher who can help him through the issues and the discrimination that he is facing. He has got uncles who can't marry like his other uncles. These are all of the messages being sent by this government, that these people are all second-class citizens. I think of another young friend, Sean, who has just got married to who's just got engaged to his partner, who wants to marry, who was hoping that we would be able to be moving forward, having another step forward to them being treated the same as the rest of us, normal. That it doesn't matter whether you're lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender or intersex. You're just treated as a normal person, able to share in the symbols and the traditions and the culture of our society. But no. And think of the impact that it means to people like my wife, Penny. Penny and I are married, but it means that Penny can't change her birth certificate to say that she is female, because if she was to change her birth certificate as a transgendered person, we would have to get divorced. That's what the implications of not having marriage equality in this country mean. There are real people who are suffering. There are real people who are suffering discrimination, and there are huge mental health issues that are associated with this. We know the huge impact on the well-being of thousands of Australians that would be achieved as soon as we achieve marriage equality in Australia. The other part of Senator Abetz's response to my question today, which I was astounded by, was his dismissal of the visit this morning by the members of clergy who presented to Parliament. His dismissal that they were just some members of clergy. The members of the clergy who were at the Parliament today represent Australian Christians for Marriage Equality, and they said in the letter that they presented to parliamentarians today that the voices of Christian people who support marriage equality are often lost in the public conversations, and that the Christian organisations that advocate the ongoing exclusion of GLBTI people from the rights and responsibilities of civil marriage do not represent the views of the majority of Christians. 59% of Australian Christians support marriage equality. Amongst Roman Catholics, they told us there are 67% who support it. There were many of those clergy members here this morning, and they presented this letter that was signed by over 100 members of the clergy from all around Australia, from all Christian faiths: Anglican, Salvation Army, Uniting Church, Baptist, Metropolitan Community Church. wide and broad support from the Christian community, and for them to be dismissed by the government this morning is an appalling lack of representation.
Thank you, Senator Rice. Your time has expired.